Just gonna go over the refeeding for the last fast. I'll gladly tell you I did not do this properly at all. I'm completely okay with the pain caused by this, so here's what I did. Since it was requested, I'll show you how I made my bone broth and include the recipe as well. I had 5 pounds of beef bones, which were grass-fed. I got them from a local butcher. I noticed that multiple grocery stores had them, but they weren't grass-fed. 1 large onion, 4 carrots, 1 stalk of celery, 1 bunch of parsley, 1 head of garlic, 2 tablespoons of black peppercorns, 2 dried bay leaves, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The instructions I'll provide are what I should have done and not what I actually did. You want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, quarter the onions, chop the celery and the carrots into like 1 to 2 inch pieces, and cut your bulb of garlic in half. You want to place those items onto a roasting tray and roast them for 40 minutes to 60 minutes. I roasted mine for about 45 minutes. I also roasted mine with the bones, but it seemed it would be better if you just did them separately. Put the beef bones in a stock pot and boil them for 45 minutes. While doing this, you'll notice scum rise to the top of the water. You can skim this off, but I just ended up dumping the water at the end and then rinsing them off. After boiling the beef bones to get the scum off, I then rubbed them down in vegetable oil, then roasted them for 40 to 60 minutes. Once the bones and the vegetables have been roasted, you want to place all your ingredients into the stock pot and then fill it with water to the rim. You want to bring it to a simmer and leave it alone for 24 hours. I ended up adding water every 6 hours just to get it back to the rim. With a 12-quart stock pot, I was able to produce a little more than 5 quarts of bone broth. I put 4 quarts into quart-sized containers, and the remainder I put into a pot and brought it to a boil. I then drizzled in 3 beaten eggs to create a variation of egg drop soup, and that was my first meal to break my fast. For the first 4 days of eating afterwards, I basically added on to what I ate the day prior. So the first day I had the bone broth with the eggs in it. Day 2, I had a big bowl of salad with boiled eggs in it to go along with my bone broth. I wasn't able to finish this, but came close. Day 3, I added on noodles and bok choy into the bone broth. I overcooked the bok choy so it became bitter, so I was not able to eat that. I was able to eat everything else. Day 4, I added on an 8-ounce fillet of salmon and I left out the bok choy. During those first 4 days, my body instantly digested the food, which caused me to go to the bathroom frequently. This was only a minor inconvenience to me. I was at home, so it didn't really matter to me. The next 5 days, I ate whatever I wanted. I was well aware this was way too early to be doing this, but I did not care. So day 5, I went to a deli and had a club sandwich with jalapenos on it, mac and cheese, a salad, and some chips. For dinner, I had egg rolls, pot stickers, and a wonton soup. This is the same soup I had when I broke my first 90-day fast. Day 6, I went to a Japanese barbecue place. From what I can remember, I had an appetizer, various cuts of meat, and rice. For dinner, I ended up going to a Chinese buffet place that I've been wondering about. I thought it might have a few items I've been missing since they don't really have those type of Chinese buffet places anymore, and it didn't have it. Day 7 started off with fast food breakfast, which consisted of 2 breakfast sandwiches, hash browns, and coffee. For lunch, I had sushi, and it came with a salad. And then for dinner, I had a burger with a side salad. Day 8, I went to a brunch buffet, which was a complete waste of money. For dinner, I ended up having wings and a salad. Day 9, I believe I only had all-you-can-eat wings at a different place. It was the first day we worked remotely, so my Google timeline shows me at home all the way up until I went to that restaurant. After these 9 days of eating, I fasted for 2 days before starting my 4 days of eating a week plan. I had planned on documenting this just like I do my fasting, but I was waiting for my results from the cardiologist, which pushed back everything. In hindsight, I could have just recorded everything and then just posted it later. While I was doing my 4 days of eating a week plan, I noticed I was gaining the weight back. This was mostly due to not following the calorie limit I had set. During the plan, it was supposed to be 2,500 calories a day on eating days. When I was following the calorie limit, I was maintaining a decent weight range. Ultimately, I decided to fast again to see if I can be under 200 pounds by my birthday. As I'm recording this, it's already day 12 of my next fast. Hopefully on day 14, I'll post a recap of what's been going on so far. Hope the recipe I provided works for anybody who decides to use it. It is a combination of 3 different recipes I found online. Time has been flying for me, so hopefully September will be here soon.